I hear someone walking behind me every night. I first heard it a week ago. I was driving down a side street with the windows open. As I came up to the stop sign, I heard a sound from my right, tap, 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 tap. It sounded like footsteps. I looked around. No one was on the sidewalk, at least not that I could see from the light of my headlights. As I slowed for the stop sign, the taps decreased in frequency, like they were slowing down with me. When I came to a stop, the sound stopped. When I pulled out, it started again. Must be something with the car, something with the motor or the muffler or something. But then, 2 days later when I went for a jog, I heard it. A distinct slap, slap, slap sound coming from behind me. At first, I thought it was just the beat of Journey through my earbuds. But when I yanked one out, I still heard it. Slap, 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 coming from right behind me. I glanced behind me. No one was there. I stopped and wheeled around, looking for anything out of place. The footsteps stopped too. I turned around and started jogging towards my car. The footsteps started back up. I broke into a sprint. The footsteps sped up with me. I raced to my car and dove inside. After I was safely locked inside, I looked around. No one was there. I stopped going for night runs after that. My husband Dave agreed that it was weird, but he thought it must just be some random sound, maybe an animal or a structure settling or some machinery somewhere. He had a point, since where I was jogging wasn't too far from where I'd been driving when I first heard the sound. It was possible there was something off Main Street, a machine or generator or bird or animal, that was making the noise. It didn't explain why the sound kept time with me, but I tried to brush that under the rug in favor of a reasonable explanation. But then, I heard it in our house. Dave was at work. I work from home, so I was home alone. I was carrying a load of clean laundry upstairs when I heard it. Thump, thump, thump. It sounded like someone was climbing the stairs, just a few stairs below me. I whirled around. No one was there. My heart began to pound. Just the house settling, I told myself, as I stood there frozen on the stairs. I took another step up. Thump. I slowly glanced over my shoulder. Nothing. Took another step. Thump. I raced up the remaining stairs. Thump, 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 thump. I made it to the top. I wheeled around and stared down at the stairs, panting, my heart pounding in my chest. Nothing there. I felt dizzy, weak, faint. I set the laundry down in the hallway and sat down on the bed. Then I lay down, pulling the covers up over me. There's nothing there. I closed my eyes. Nothing there. I sighed, pulled the blanket up to my neck, adjusted the pillow, rolled over to get comfortable. No, there was a rustling sound, just like the one I had made, but a second delayed, coming from under the bed. I lay there, my heart pounding, straining to listen for the slightest sound. Nothing. Arms shaking, I slowly pushed myself up from the bed. Wrestle. I stopped, froze in place, stayed absolutely still. The seconds stretched into minutes as I forced myself to breathe slowly, to stay calm. No one's there. It's just your imagination. I steeled myself, staring at the door. Then, in one fluid motion, I swung my socked feet over the edge of the bed. Stood up, sprinted to the door. Thump, thump, thump. I swung the door open and slammed it shut. I backed away, my ragged breathing echoing through the hallway. It's all in your head, I whispered to myself. It's all in your head. It's all in your... Thump. Something collided with the door. Hard. I backed away, whimpering. Hand clasped over my mouth. It can't be. It can't be. The words popped in my head, whispered hushed in my mother's voice, like she whispered them so many years ago. I thought it had only been a fairy tale. A way to scare us into being good. If you do something bad, she'd whispered, it will follow you around like a shadow. It will terrorize you relentlessly. You will never be free. I backed away from the door, tears filling my eyes. Thump, thump, thump. I heard the muffled footsteps from inside the bedroom, mimicking my own. Then it happened. My foot landed on the first stair. For a second, I lost my balance. My arms pinwheeled, I was free-falling, backwards, into the air. As the world spun and blurred around me, I saw something. A dark figure, standing at the top of the stairs. A silhouette. My hand shot out and locked on the banister. When I looked up, he was gone. I don't know how long I stood there, terrified to move, terrified to take a step, and hear a thump behind me as it followed me down the stairs. The doorbell jerked me out of my thoughts. I ran down the stairs. Footsteps pounded behind me, out of sync with my own. I swung the door open to find him there. My neighbor, Brian. He shot me a wolfish smile. Hey, sexy. I slammed the door in his face. Then I collapsed onto the floor, crying. Terrified to move, terrified to make a sound.